Hello dear students, welcome to Organic Chemistry Classroom. Today we are going to talk about the topic chemotherapy. Module 4 is divided into two parts. The first one is heterocyclic compound, second one chemotherapy. Part B chemotherapy includes outline study and applications of antibiotics, sulfa drugs, antipyretics, analgesics, tranquilizers and antidepressant. And this module also includes drug addiction, abuse and prevention. What is a drug? A drug is any chemical you take that affect the way your body works. In other words, chemical substances used to prevent and cure diseases and keep us in a state of normal health are called drugs, medicines or therapeutic agents. It is a branch of science that deals with the treatment of diseases using suitable chemicals. These drugs are usually organic in nature. These are the different types of drugs. They are stimulants, depressants and hallucinogens. What are the conditions of an ideal drug? An ideal drug should satisfy the following conditions. When administered to the ailing individual or host, its action should be localized at the site where it is desired to act. In actual practice, there is no drug which behaves in this way. It generally tends to distribute itself anywhere in the tissues of the host. It should act on a system with efficiency and safety. It should not have any toxicity. It should have minimum side effects. It should not injure host tissues or physiological processes. The cells should not acquire tolerance or resistance to the drug after some time. In actual practice, the cells which were originally susceptible to the action of a particular drug may after some time acquire a tolerance or resistance to that drug. Very few drugs satisfy all the above conditions. However, the search for ideal drug continues. Classification of drugs. A drug may be classified by the nature of origin, chemical type of the active ingredient, or by the way it is used to treat a particular condition. Drugs can be natural or synthetic. Natural drugs are obtained from natural resources. Example, morphine is an analgesic obtained from opium. Quinine is an anti-malarial drug obtained from cinchona. Synthetic drugs are synthesized in the laboratory, that is man-made drugs. Example, crocin, paracetamol, sulfa drugs, etc. Drugs are often classified into groups of related drugs that have similar chemical structures, the same mechanism of action, a related mode of action, and that are used to treat the same disease. These drugs are classified as antibacterial drugs used against disease-causing bacteria called pathogens. Example is penicillin. Antipyretics and analgesics used to lower body temperature and relieve pain. Example, paracetamol. Anti-cancer drugs are used to treat cancer. Example, chlorambucil. Based on the chemical structure, drugs are classified as sulfonamides, sulfa drugs. Example, sulfathiazole, sulfapyridine. Then salicylates, example, aspirin. Tetracyclines, another one is tetracyclines, example, tetramycin and oromycin. The treatment of diseases using suitable chemical compounds is known as chemotherapy. The term chemotherapy from chemical therapy was coined by Paul Ehrlich, German chemist and winner of Nobel Prize for Physiology and Medicine in 1908. The compounds which exert various physiological effects of therapeutic value are known as chemotherapeutic agents or drugs. In other words, chemotherapy is the treatment of infections by substances which destroy or suppress bacteria and microorganisms. The substances or agents used may natural, synthetic or semi-synthetic in nature. Let us discuss the topic antibiotics. Antibiotics are substances that inhibit the growth of bacteria. Natural antibiotics are onions, garlic, honey, etc. These are some of the pictures of Mother Nature's antibiotics, that is natural. And the term antibiotic is derived from antibiosis, meaning against life. An antibiotic is a substance produced by microorganisms that at low concentrations has the capacity of inhibiting the growth and even of destroying other microorganisms. This definition, which was introduced by Selwyn Waxman in the year 1942, may now be expanded by including similar substances prepared semi-synthetically, synthetically or present in some higher plants or marine organisms. The inhibition of growth of other microorganisms may be permanent, or the inhibition is lost when the antibiotic is removed from its medium. The first antibiotic isolated was penicillin from a mold Penicillium notatum by Alexander Fleming. Penicillin was the first important commercial product produced by anaerobic submerged fermentation. Classification of antibiotics. Antibiotics are classified by several ways: on the basis of mechanism of action, on the basis of spectrum of activity, on the basis of mode of action, and on the basis of structure. Based on mode of action, they can be classified as bacteriostatic and bactericidal antibiotics. Based on their spectrum of action, they can be classified as broad spectrum and narrow spectrum antibiotics. Antibiotics classification on the basis of spectrum of activity. They are broad-spectrum antibiotics and short-spectrum or narrow-spectrum antibiotics. The term broad-spectrum antibiotic refers to an antibiotic that acts against a wide range of diseases. Example: tetracycline, amoxicillin, erythromycin, etc. Short-spectrum antibiotics or narrow-spectrum antibiotic refers to an antibiotic that acts against a narrow range of disease. Example: penicillin, vancomycin, fluxacillin, etc. On the basis of mode of action, antibiotics are classified as follows: bacteriostatic and bactericidal. Bacteriostatic agent is a biological or chemical agent that stops bacteria from reproducing while not necessarily killing them otherwise. That stops the movement of the bacteria. Example: chloramphenicol, erythromycin, tetracyclines, etc. Second one is bactericidal. A bactericidal agent is a biological or chemical agent that kills the bacteria. That is aminoglucosides, vancomycin, etc. The mechanism of action of antimicrobial agents are listed in this slide. That may be inhibition of cell wall synthesis, inhibition of functions of cellular membrane, inhibition of protein synthesis, inhibition of nucleic acid synthesis, or inhibition of folic acid synthesis. Let us discuss the requirements and uses of an antibiotic. An ideal antibiotic should have the following characteristics. It inhibits the growth or even destroys one or more species of microorganisms. It has a high specific activity so that it is effective even in low concentrations. It is a product of metabolism, or it is a synthetic product produced as a structural analog of naturally occurring antibiotic. It has no undesirable side effects. It has chemical stability, especially during oral administration. It is available at a reasonably low cost. These are some of the uses of antibiotics. Antibiotics are used for pneumonia, gall infection, skin infection, diphtheria, ENT infection, fungus infection, etc. The fascinating and fruitful research activities in the field of antibiotics started with the accidental discovery of penicillin by Sir Alexander Fleming in the year 1928. He noticed the inhibition of bacteria by a colony of Penicillium notatum that had developed as a contaminant on a petri dish. So, penicillins are the oldest class of antibiotics. They are generally bactericidal in inhibiting the formation of cell walls. Penicillins are used to treat skin infections, dental infections, ear infections, etc. Different types of penicillins are the natural penicillins, that is penicillin G, resistant penicillins, examples oxacillin, aminopenicillin, examples amoxicillin and ampicillin. Mode of antibacterial action of penicillins. Antibiotics interfere with the normal growth of bacteria and they have at least four different modes of action. Penicillins act by inhibition of cell wall formation in bacteria by the disruption of peptidoglycan synthesis. This is achieved by inhibiting the action of the enzyme transpeptidase that is necessary for cross-linking of peptidoglycan, which forms the skeleton of bacterial cell wall. Examination of the structure of penicillin molecule shows it to contain a highly strained bicyclic system consisting of a four-membered beta-lactam ring fused to a five-membered thiazolidine ring. And some other members of penicillin class are penicillin G, ampicillin, penicillin V, etc. Ampicillin is D-alpha-aminobenzyl penicillin, which is a semi-synthetic product. The alpha amino group plays a significant role in its broader activity. Like other penicillins, it is quite effective against the gram-positive bacteria, but also has a bactericidal action against a variety of gram-negative organisms. Coming to the mechanism of action of ampicillin. Ampicillin is able to penetrate gram-positive and some gram-negative bacteria. The amino group in ampicillin helps it to enter the pores of the outer membrane of gram-negative bacteria. Ampicillin binds to and inactivates penicillin-binding proteins located on the inner membrane of the bacterial cell wall. Inactivation of penicillin-binding proteins interferes with the cross-linkage of peptidoglycan glycan chains necessary for bacterial cell wall strength and rigidity. This interrupts the third and last stage of bacterial cell wall synthesis in binary fission and results in the weakening of the bacterial cell wall and causes cell lysis. Many side reactions have been attributed to penicillins. The more common side effects of penicillin can include diarrhea, nausea, vomiting, and stomach upset. In rare cases, penicillins can cause immediate and delayed allergic reactions, specifically skin rashes, fever, etc. In some cases, an acute reaction takes place which may be fatal. The patient should always be asked about any previous allergic reaction to penicillin before treatment is started. Thank you for watching this video.